Hashtag Ask Goji Man, can you do a video about Spirulina versus Chlorella for optimal health benefits and detox benefits? Thanks so much for the question, Chandra. In this video, I will show you the differences between Spirulina and Chlorella. I will give you the health benefits of both, and I will also show you the dangers you want to avoid. Roll the titles. Welcome back, it's good to see you again. If we haven't met before, then hi, I'm Goji Man. I'm currently studying for a Masters in Nutrition and qualifying as a nutritionist. And next year I'll be studying for a PhD in nutritional science. I do daily videos on plant-based nutrition and health under the hashtag Ask Goji Man. So if you have a question for me, then hashtag Ask Goji Man in the comments below, and I'll choose one of these questions for tomorrow's video for you. So without further ado, to the question. So superfoods are literally everywhere today, and two superfoods that are often compared are Chlorella and Spirulina. So a lot of people get slightly confused over the differences between Chlorella and Spirulina and thinking they are more or less the same thing. So let's jump straight into it and help you choose which one will be more beneficial for you. So first, let's look at some of the main similarities. Well, they're obviously both green and they're obviously both algae. They both provide very good sources of complete proteins, a wide variety of B vitamins, and have exceptional detoxifying potential in the body. And you can get both in either powder or supplement pill form. Chlorella and Spirulina have literally flooded the health food markets, so both foods or supplements, or whatever you want to call them, are very cost effective and widely available. And the final commonality between Spirulina and Chlorella is that they both have exceptional benefits for the body in terms of health, immunity, longevity, and general well-being. So now we've looked at some of the common similarities, let's have a quick look at where the differences reside between the two superfoods. So Chlorella is most variable in shape, it doesn't have its own nucleus, and it's what we call a single-celled microorganism. Spirulina, in contrast, has no nucleus of its own and is basically a spiral-shaped, multi-celled plant. Although both are green to look at, Chlorella is a true green algae, whereas Spirulina is a blue-green algae. So because of this subtle colour difference, it means that Chlorella has a much higher concentration of chlorophyll than Spirulina. So in terms of growing and harvesting conditions, Spirulina will grow best in low alkaline waters, ponds, rivers and lakes, and will thrive best when exposed to lots of sunshine and moderate temperatures. Chlorella, on the other hand, grows in fresh waters, and because of this it can be slightly more difficult to grow and harvest because many other types of organisms and microorganisms will try and also occupy those same water spaces. In terms of the bioavailability of Chlorella and Spirulina, there is also a massive difference in the process and methods used to ensure that we can extract the nutrition. So, for example, Chlorella can be somewhat difficult to digest unless it has undergone the correct necessary processing procedures to break open the cell walls, and because of this manufacturing process, Chlorella tends to be slightly more expensive than Spirulina. And finally, Chlorella is really the new kid on the block in terms of being used in human nutrition, whereas Spirulina has been used for literally thousands of years. So in terms of the nutritional differences between these two superfoods, as I said earlier on, Spirulina is often easier to digest, as Chlorella has tough indigestible cellulose cell walls which make it difficult for the body to break down. So in terms of Spirulina, it has cell walls which are in the form of mucopolysaccharides, which in terms of extracting nutrition makes it a lot easier for the body to extract the nutrients. In terms of overall nutrition, it very much depends on location and processing methods, but Spirulina is generally more nutritionally packed than Chlorella. So it has a high concentration of the essential amino acids, more complete proteins, a wider variety of vitamins including vitamin D and E. It also has a much greater concentration of those minerals and trace minerals, so zinc, iron, potassium and calcium. One other notable point to make is that Spirulina is used by the World Health Organization in some of its feeding programs in underdeveloped countries for malnourished children because of its exceptional nutritional qualities. So now we've got some of the similarities and differences out of the way, let's look at some of the main health benefits of Chlorella and Spirulina in the body. So in terms of Chlorella, it can really help with weight loss by speeding up the metabolism and also equalizing and helping to regulate hormones in the body. It is also very good for bringing down cholesterol levels, normalizing blood sugar levels, as well as helping reduce body fat. So for spirulina, its weight loss benefits are achieved slightly differently in the body, as it tends to suppress your appetite and slow down your digestive process, which has the net result of making you feel less hungry. So as you can see, one will directly impact on your metabolism and the other one will have a more subtle impact on your digestion, but both are equally good in terms of helping you lose those extra pounds. Next up, both spirulina and chlorella are exceptionally good at detoxifying the body of heavy metals and toxins. So heavy metals such as arsenic, cadmium, lead and mercury have all been repeatedly shown in studies to be effectively removed from the body after both spirulina and chlorella have been used. Chlorella and spirulina can also be used in the fight against cancer. Now, chlorella, as I touched upon earlier on, is very great at boosting the immune system, as it boosts the production of T cells to scavenge out the cancerous cells in the body. In terms of spirulina, it has been shown in a number of different studies to reduce the amount of pancreatic cancer cells in men, as well as breast cancer cells in women. Some other notable benefits of both chlorella and spirulina: it can help bring down cholesterol levels in vegans which are elevated, it can improve the liver function as well as reduce the amount of oxidative stress in the body, as well as overall inflammation. Next up, let's look at some of the potential risk factors for both chlorella and spirulina. And to be honest, it tends to be spirulina that comes under a lot of fire in this area. Now, you will have heard people like Dr. Greger say that spirulina is toxic because of BMAA and microcystin. So let's have a look at some of these points and see where you can get the best clean sources of spirulina to avoid these toxins. So firstly, one of the biggest issues with spirulina is the environmental pollution. Now, spirulina is heavily grown in Japan, China and in many natural lakes around the world. In Japan, you have high radiation levels due to the Fukushima power plant issue in 2011. So if you are purchasing spirulina that is coming from Japan, then you need a valid radiation testing certificate in place. In China, in recent years, spirulina has been heavily contaminated with heavy metals such as lead, mercury and arsenic. So if you're going to buy spirulina that originates from China, then ensure that stringent QC checks are in place. And when spirulina is cultivated in natural lakes, there is also a high risk of contamination from heavy metals, from pollutants and many different types of bacteria. So in terms of some of the main toxins to look out for, there is Chilean nitrate, BMAAs, microcystin and potentially many other different types of herbicides, pesticides, preservatives and stabilizers used in the manufacturing of spirulina. So first up, Chilean nitrate is a fertilizer banned by organic standards that is often used by many spirulina suppliers, so you need to ensure that you only buy certified organic spirulina. In terms of BMAAs, it's a type of toxin found only in some species of blue-green algae, and this is massively harmful in the body and linked to neurodegenerative diseases. So you need to ensure that the spirulina you are buying is from a pure strain and never from a natural lake. And you also need to check with the manufacturer that the spirulina has undergone the proper drying process, because if this has been carried out, then the spirulina is incapable of producing any BMAAs. In terms of the toxin, microcystin is extremely damaging to the liver if consumed. So again, you want to avoid spirulina that is not from a pure strain, and you also want to ensure that the manufacturer has a stringent QC process to follow. In terms of chlorella, it tends to be a lot safer, but always do your due diligence and check for organic standards and quality control methods used. So chlorella or spirulina, which one should you choose? Well, that very much depends on what you're looking to achieve. So if you're looking for a supplement that is going to give your immune system a boost to help detoxify the body and provide lots of nutrition, then chlorella will probably be the best option for you. If you're looking for a supplement to detoxify and cleanse, but you're more concerned about the vitamin and mineral concentrations, then spirulina is probably going to be a better choice for you. And if you're someone who is overly concerned about toxicity issues and sourcing a good clean algae free of contaminants, then your best bet would probably be chlorella. So thanks so much for that question, Chandra. I hope that video helped. As always, for the rest of you, if you have a question for me, then hashtag Ask Goji Man in the comments below, and I'll choose one of these questions to answer in tomorrow's video for you. And as always, remember to look after your body, because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.